I had to choose a hero, well, it would probably be Nick Cruz. Cause the best thing about school shooters is now I don't gotta pay for your dumb kids' food. Cause it's a whole lot of gang shit, and this money ain't a goddamn thing, bitch. I got some trap homies we can hang with. First they pull the strap out, then they aim it. Cause it's a whole lot of gang shit, and this money ain't a goddamn thing, bitch. I got some trap homies we can hang with. First they pull the strap out, then they aim it. And once your daughter gets to high school, well, it won't be long before she gets fucked. First she'll get her cherry popped, then she'll get cheated on, then she'll get dumped. Once she graduates high school, well, good luck, cause it only gets worse. She'll be at the Halloween party as she's getting raw dog, she's dressed like a nurse. First she'll start with the white guys, oh dog, trust me, she's gonna get plowed. Yeah, when she hangs out with the football team, they're gonna fuck her and pass her around. Then she'll start fucking black guys, cause they got the biggest damn dicks. And once they get that dick inside her, I bet $50 the pussy gon' rip. Cause it's a whole lot of gang shit, and this money ain't a goddamn thing, bitch. I got some trap homies we can hang with. First they pull the strap out, then they aim it. Cause it's a whole lot of gang shit, and this money ain't a goddamn thing, bitch. I got some trap homies we can hang with. First they pull the strap out, then they aim it. It's a whole lot of gang shit.
Okay. Welcome to On the Low, the secret show. Let me just make sure I'm doing all this shit right. So, Tyler Cassidy, go check him out. Hilarious. Has a really, really great lore behind him. Check that out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and unmute the guest.
What's happening, boy?
What's up, man? We're live.
Let's go. What you been up to?
Not too much. So you want to introduce yourself a little bit? What would you like to be called by?
I don't know. What's my name on this? We'll go for Aluminum Hermit.
Aluminum Hermit, I like it.
There you go. It was the Xbox name that got generated 5 years ago, and I'm stuck with it.
Hey, man. Once you find something you like, it's best to just stick with it.
I've had like the same nickname for like the last 20 years on the internet. It's like
perfect.
the same 5 name cycles.
There you go. Okay, cool. Good shit. So, I gotta know, what did you order at Chick-fil-A?
I got chicken sandwich and I got strips.
Heck yeah, the classics. So, Joe Rogan, you been a fan for a long time, or?
Yeah, I've been a fan since episode 700 or so. I listened to him on and off before then, but most of it was somewhere around 700. I was like, this is kind of like what I want out of a podcast. Like, I want someone that is kind of right-leaning to a degree, but then it's like I don't agree with a lot of things that he may take a stance on, but it's like it's a
Yeah, I think sometimes he takes just no stance, and that's an irritant for a lot of people. He just kind of is, he agrees with the guest.
I get down with this. I understand where they're coming from, even if I disagree.
I gotcha.
I hear that's the common criticism, and I will halfway defend that concept of. I think most of the time his argument is he does that because he wants to hear them explain themselves out to see if you can find a hole in their logic that you can point out, or if you can just let them explain why they think what they think, because he's interviewing someone and that's kind of what he wants to know out of them, right?
Yeah, it is more conducive to a good interview if you're not, maybe put some of your own, I think we lost him. Maybe put some of your own opinions kind of to the side and just let the guests talk. I mean, I think that's a good policy. Give them a broad range of different avenues to talk about, not be too combative, because I can see how that would be counterproductive.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
So I have a tweet from Vito. You watched the kill stream, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Vito.
I didn't watch last night's because I actually watched the one with Rex Jones twice.
Oh,
my
really?
usual podcast time. I watched the one with Rex Jones twice because I thought it was so damn funny. So I'm one behind. But yeah, I do know the pedo Vito who
Oh
hoards
shit.
N64s. I'll call that shit right now.
Yeah, he's posted pictures. It's quite the hoard, quite the collection. But he posted Spotify has deleted dozens of episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience from their platform. Here are some notable deletions: Stefan Molyneux, Milo Yiannopoulos, Gavin McGinnis, Alex Jones, Chris D'Elia, Sargon of Akkad, and Owen Benjamin. I think almost all of those people have been on the kill stream before, so fuck Spotify.
I would tend to agree, and I would also probably say that there's a reason for it. Like someone had to okay this, right?
Oh, it seems very calculated, very they probably had planned this previously, and I'm sure they wanted to keep it quiet, but you know, that's especially the thing is the unfortunate thing is probably most people don't even know. We're kind of plugged in to this corner of the internet where uh we can see these types of things, but most people don't even pay attention to that sort of thing. They don't care about censorship because it's not them.
Yeah, they're gonna look at it and say that he's on episode, I don't know, let's say 1260. They're gonna say he's on 1260. Spotify says 1260. Oh, they match up. What are you guys talking about? Like that's the average person, right?
Sure, yeah. Oh, he dropped out again. That's all right. We'll keep it going. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with all or any of these people. I find them more entertaining than logically them making sense, but I still don't think people should be censored or deplatformed or anything. Even if they're calling for, crazy stuff to happen, you want those people to be as loud as possible so that you can identify them. Alex Jones is a personal favorite of mine. I'm pretty jealous of his son, Rex Jones. He is very hilarious. Quite the content creator. And I mean, his dad's Alex Jones, so how could he not be? You back in here?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
That's all right. I was just saying I'm pretty jealous of Rex Jones. He's pretty funny. Like his jokes are real fast.
Dude, he's so sharp-tongued.
Yeah, and I mean Alex Jones is his dad, so I don't know what else you would expect, and he also has all of the studio stuff that he can utilize and practice with, but still at 17 years old, he's way sharper than most people.
I would say I'm jealous of him, and he's 17. I mean, he's very well taught in
Yeah,
the
he's
ways of
talking about
combat.
drinking and jewels and getting his dick sucked, and none of which he's legally allowed to do, but you know how that goes.
Oh, dude, when he was talking about, like, I don't care, I work out, I get my dick sucked, and I'm better than you, I was like, this kid is like, what, a junior in high school? And he is
Basically.
roasting the entire chat of, whether it be the internet, the average group on Facebook, he's roasting these idiots. And you're all like, I'm just loving this. This kid's just decimating people.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch his live streams, especially if he streams on D Live. He probably does some content now, but yeah, I was introduced to him via the kill stream, so that'll be a cool thing to look at. You gonna watch?
Yeah, he's really big on Twitter, but I think it is actually someone else's YouTube channel. Wink, wink. It's Dr. Shadow, I think.
Oh, true. Yeah, that makes. It's his friend's Twitter. I got you.
Yeah, kind of like Mr. Jim.
Oh, speaking of Jim.
Oh, dude.
Bum bum bum. Please no wings.
Dude, I really thought this was coming.
Yeah. So last week, well, actually 5 days ago, I guess this guy was just making a joke, but this is the first instance I could see of him confirming it. But Maximilian Cruz at Cruz Maximilian on Twitter is the cancer AIDS so bad that you can't stream. And he says indolent lymphoma actually, and I'm too busy preparing to literally glow in the dark to stream. So he's got the cancer, Chan.
Yeah.
You don't get to have that sweet, sexy voice without smoking enough to achieve that. So, pay the toll, I guess.
I came up with him. I mean, so I would like. This is the only celebrity that makes me sad.
Yeah, dude, he's been a cornerstone of, weirdos on the internet, which is my bread and butter. I love it. So it's really unfortunate that this type of thing happened. Look and see. So somebody went on Wikipedia, and under indolent lymphoma, the other names, it says low grade lymphoma, and then it also says Medicare Coof. And then let's see. There was somewhere here. Basically, it affects white people more than other demographics. So it's oh yeah, white people have higher incidence rates than black and Asian people. So he's got a racist disease on his hands.
I was gonna say, like, before you.
Oh, dropped out again, man. Discord is the worst. Discord is the real cancer AIDS. I think his connection is probably bad, but you know how that goes. Oh, that is a horrible spot for that overlay. We're gonna slide this guy. Yeah, your connection might be cutting in and out a little bit.
I don't know. Sorry.
Discord's is shit. It's not your fault. Trust me. But yeah, I hope Medicare lives long and happy and starts streaming again and streams into the apocalypse.
Now, do you not that any of the kill stream cleanup crew would be on such a wretched site that would dox our favorite celebrities, but supposedly there was talk about Jim buying a house, a 4-bedroom house, and there was a theory that maybe he was starting a family, and that's why he was kind of not streaming as much, kind of weaning off the streams a little bit, even despite that it was during the height of Corona Chan. Do you know anything about that? Do you think that has any grounds, or do you think that was just a theory and maybe this was the medical thing all along?
I think it was probably the medical thing. People go crazy on that particular website that you're talking about, and they'll use speculation just till the end of time, and they'll be so sure about shit.
Where the house came from.
I mean, maybe if they did some like public records search, like whenever you buy a house, all that shit is public. So I think his docs may exist. But
I do know his previous occupation, although I'm assuming this is public information. Although I don't really want to put it out there.
Yeah, don't, because and that's the thing. I remember seeing stuff like that, and a lot of it, I don't know. It's so hard to tell when people are serious or not. But it seemed like Medicare himself was actually kind of memeing on it, so I don't. It might have been close, but I don't think it was spot on. But either way, fucking leave the guy alone. He's a great content creator.
I mean, I can't imagine like Ralph.
Damn, right when we get into the meat. That's all right. Let's see what else we got here. I am all out of sorts. All out of sorts. Alright, so for you PS5 Sony retards, if you were looking forward to playing old shitty games on your PS5, you will not be able to do that because they're not going to support backwards compatibility for PS1, 2, and 3. Now, it looks like PS4 titles you'll still be able to play, and you can even play multiplayer games with the PS5 versions of those games. But for now, it looks like they're probably just going to charge people for PS1, 2, and 3 games.
Isn't that how pirating started? Like, I own a copy, therefore I can download a copy, therefore you can't stop me. Like, you remember this theory back in the day?
Yeah, I totally, that's what I think. I think you should be able to share stuff. I mean, it gets a little weird if you're sharing it to, like, hundreds of thousands of people. Like, if you couldn't physically share that many copies, it gets a little weird. But my whole view on piracy is, take what you can, leave nothing left. I don't seed. I think people should give away, part or all of whatever content they're creating and then let people buy it afterwards if they feel like it's good enough.
I get that.
Like, if I pirated an album or a movie or whatever and I really, really enjoyed it, I'd go back and buy it.
I don't. That's why I don't really understand the argument for that, but I think that's because I'm a little bit attached to the idea of now, like, there are some like, musicians that I will full-heartedly support in anything they do, but then the rest of them I'm like, you're not really worth me buying the album. I'm gonna listen to it, but like, nah, you're not that good to me.
Exactly. And
But like, I only support like maybe 5 really, so it's like I can't. But I'm sure most people do something like that, right?
yeah, and if you don't feel like the music would be worth the price, then yeah, you just don't buy it. That's just how that goes. All right, so next time he pops in, we're gonna have to say goodbye because it is interrupting when he drops out like that. But that's okay, you can't really judge people. Hey, bud, I will talk to you some other time. Your connection, it keeps dropping in and out.
I'm really sorry, dude.
No, you're okay, and it's probably Discord. You said you're driving right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I kind of have to be right now for
No,
work.
that's totally cool. It might be your connection just going, but usually it wouldn't kick you out completely. It'd keep you in here and you just robot a little bit. But anyways, yeah, call in anytime, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll be back next week.
All right, cool, awesome. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, so yeah, I've always been an Xbox kind of dude. PlayStation is, I don't know why how that happened. I think initially it started out I liked the controllers better, and maybe Halo, some of the Xbox exclusives, but I never really had consoles right away, right when they first came out, so that wasn't a huge deal to me. But yeah, X-Bone for life, baby. I know Xbox does the same thing. Their old games, they charge for them, or they're on Game Pass. They should just let you play them. They're old. They're not, I don't know. It's the whole fucked up system of intellectual property in the United States. So this is the article from Ubisoft. Oh, it's literally just a question and answer. Yep, they have this similar thing for the Xbox X series. Let's go ahead and pull that up and see. Looks like Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Far Cry 6 might be the only ones that do smart delivery technology, which means that you can buy the game once and play that title on your Xbox One or Xbox Series X when the game and console both become available. So I imagine they'll add more people to that eligible game list, but it's all, if you buy a $60 game, you should be able to play it. It's all digital. You have to install a 40, 50 gig game like that anyway, so it should just be free anyways. But I can't blame them because they probably don't turn too much of a profit. I imagine they have to market these games and stuff like that, and that eats into it. So we're going to try this out. We're going to watch this Paul Joseph Watson Twitter video. Hopefully I don't get too many frame drops. Hopefully I don't get too many lag. But if I do, I apologize for that. Okay, so this says fiery, but mostly peaceful.
It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. The next stage is destabilization.
What you're seeing behind me is one of multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Largely peaceful demonstrations, largely peaceful demonstrations, largely peaceful demonstrations.
Second day of peaceful protest, which is what the Black Lives Matter is really about.
There's very little rioting. There's very little rioting.
Hong Kong.
There's very little rioting.
Peaceful protest.
There's very little violence.
We've got a Trumper right here. Pop, pop.
Tonight, I just got word. The person who died was a Patriot person.
Dang, buffering. I do apologize.
He was a
It's a
fucking
Twitter video.
Nazi. Our community held its own and took out the trash.
There's very little violence.
Donald Trump is destroying our country.
Let's pretend none of this ever happened. So, thank you for making it through that mostly music video. It was just a bunch of headlines about, you know, people calling the riots peaceful, trying to spin it. And this is something I've been thinking about a lot. When I say skinhead, most people think of Nazi or, you know, far right-leaning type of individual. But skinheads actually started in the UK. They were people that liked ska music, which is Jamaican style something or other. And what happened is there was a photo of the skinheads, and one of them was in a Nazi style uniform, and he was saluting a statue. Now, this was just to be edgy back in the day. The guy didn't actually believe that. He was into ska music, for fuck's sakes. But what happened is right-wing neo-Nazis, real right-wing neo-Nazis, like down for the cause, they co-opted the skinhead culture. They co-opted the look, they co-opted the kind of punk rock attitude, but they left behind anything that would maintain anything from the previous culture. So they completely co-opted it, and this is exactly what Antifa is doing to Black Lives Matter. For the past 3 years, Black Lives Matter was like any other advocacy group. They advocated against police brutality. They had celebrities on their side. It was pretty much just a normal thing. But now, all of a sudden, especially since it's an election year, Antifa has decided to inject communism into Black Lives Matter, which it doesn't make any sense. A lot of the stuff that they want to do to, I shouldn't even say for the black community, but to the black community would be much more harmful than good. And it's stupid. And a lot of black people understand it, and they don't appreciate their movement being co-opted into this sort of thing. So let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. This was like a last minute thing I pulled up. Okay, so I did put it in the right place. Oh geez. Okay, well, I'll find it later and play that later. So for now, though, we're going to watch this hilarious video. It's only 36 seconds. Let's pray to the stream gods. No buffering. It is very hilarious. I'm going to actually start it and pause it for a second. See if maybe that does anything. Alright, this is from Steve Inman. I think he actually originally posted this to Facebook, but he also posted it to his Twitter. So this is hilarious.
Well, as you can see, Brandy Tifa is usually used to working the streets at this time of night, but now she's trying to work the freeways, or she's violently protesting and standing in the way of this car, and they're probably trying to get home to stovetop stuffing. And oh my God, a bystander,
so there's a lady blocking traffic. She gets hit with a traffic cone.
Conehead Brandy Tifa herself. You can see right here, she's just standing in the way, and these people are trying to get home to their stovetop stuffing as usual, and booyah! Right to the cranium. And let's take a closer look with the ludicrous cam.
Oh, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch.
Well, as you can see,
Hey, no buffering. We got through that pretty good. So anyways, yeah, hilarious video. Check out Steve Inman on Facebook or Twitter. Moving on. So this is a 2-minute, 10-second video. It is about our boy Kyle Rittenhouse. This should give you kind of a little bit of an introduction. I think this video is also mostly music, and hopefully it won't buffer too much. We're going to go ahead and play that. This is from ZyClownB, at ZyClownB on Twitter.
We don't have non-lethal.
Okay, I'm not going to initiate violence. Puts me in a self-defense situation, okay, and I have to legally defend myself.
top straight people.
We're protecting from the citizens, and I just got pepper sprayed by a person in the crowd.
I love the Kyle All right, awesome. That was Have You Seen Kyle? Looks like that song was by Sven, who's at We Was Kang VS. And you can find his parody songs as they come out on the rightstuff.biz podcast. TDS. I should know what that stands for, but I don't. Anyways, yeah, credit to Zyclown B for posting that on Twitter. Fucking awesome. Free Kyle Rittenhouse. I got more Kyle Rittenhouse memes. You into memes? I'm into memes. Andy Worski, I think he made this. I know he certainly posted it. Got 1,000 retweets, 5,000 likes. The crippled Antifa and the Chad Kyle. So this is a pretty standard meme format. I'm going to go ahead and read it out. So we'll start with the Chad Kyle first, obviously. Takes out 3 commies, walks away like nothing. Fuck around. Tactical gloves to keep both of his functioning hands from touching commies. Has 2 arms. Master of all shooting stances. The closer he is to the Earth's core, the deadlier. Will walk free. Self-defense. AR-15 symbiotically attached to his hands. Can't be disarmed. Takes out 3 commies, walks away like it's nothing. I already read that, but it's worth reading twice. Comrades are, and this is the crippled Antifa. Comrades are dead. Gets disarmed. Gets gun out after getting his arm crippled. Will have to sign disability form with his left hand. Even accompanied by a pack of commies, can't disarm one man on the ground. Organizes protests just to get almost killed for commies. Found out. Fuck around and find out. Free Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm not even fucking kidding. I hate that he's sitting in jail right now. Totally justified shooting. I don't give a fuck whether or not he put himself in that situation. After the situation escalated to what it did, he did everything he could to just save his own life. He had a 30-round magazine, more than likely. I think he probably shot half of it. It's hard to tell because there's gunfire going on all around in all the videos. I've seen a video where the guy who more and more is coming out about all of his pedophile shit ran at him with his gun out and started shooting in the air, shot first. And this is one of those things where you don't fucking charge someone with an AR-15 with a handgun unless you're down to clown. That's just, you gotta do better than that. You gotta be better than that. Anyway, so the only thing we've heard from Kyle as of recently is this video where it looks like his lawyer has his phone and he's listening to Kyle from jail. I'll go ahead and play that now.
Guys, what do you want to say to the foundation and all the people that have supported our effort to free Kyle? We have John Pierce, lead attorney for Kyle Rittenhouse, and we have Kyle Rittenhouse, direct from county jail. Guys, what would you like to say to the fans?
I just want to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for the underlining support. It's just amazing. I want to thank all of you for the mail I've been receiving. It's been really helpful. Just want to let you all know that I'm going to be out of here soon and stay strong. And I I hope see you guys soon.
And I want to say that this is 100% self-defense. If this is not self-defense for Kyle Rittenhouse under these circumstances, then no one can protect themselves, no one can protect their family,
Damn right.
and no one can protect their country. This is a watershed moment in American history. A very bright line has been crossed. The right to self-defense is a God-given right, and we are not going to allow a prosecutor in Kenosha, Wisconsin, to take it away from Kyle Rittenhouse. Thank you so much for all the support.
And there you have it, folks, live and direct. This was posted... This is slightly old. This was posted 2 days ago. Kyle Rittenhouse speaks. This is from John Pierce at CaliKidJMP on Twitter. Oh, okay, this is actually what I was trying to play earlier. So, on Kyle Rittenhouse, it's been discussed to death, so I don't really want to spend too much time on it. It's fucked what happened to him. If you're ever in a self-defense situation, it's tough. It's tough to say think hard about what you're going to do, because if you're in a self-defense situation, there's no time to think. You just have to react. But at the end of the day, you have to go home. There's a saying in the gun community, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. And it's fucked, but it's true. And people poo-poo that, for lack of a better term, to try and take away some of the legitimacy that people have with their self-defense situations. And it's fucked up. I don't want to die. I don't want my family to die. I don't think anybody should go and get a gun and insert themselves into situations like this, but people do. And if you want to, that's your decision. And if you shoot 3 people, you probably should be arrested. But after all of the facts are figured out, you should be released. If it's clearly cut and dry self-defense, after the cops have figured out everything out, after they've done their job, if they've done their job, and if you haven't already incriminated yourself to hell so that the DA gets an easy case, you should be released, and there should be a statement given absolving you of your crimes. You know, I wonder what the future for Kyle Rittenhouse is going to be. Everybody knows his name. Is he going to be able to find work? I mean, there's even the normies are starting to come out and pretty much support Kyle Rittenhouse. I think his legal defense fund keeps growing, even though his, what the hell is it, GoFundMe got taken down, whatever crowdsourced bullshit he had going on. But you can tell by the levels of support this is clearly self-defense, just like the lawyer said. And we'll just have to keep following it and see what happens. I do believe he has a hearing on the 25th, so that's in 22 days from the recording of this show, so we'll see how it goes. But this is, what led to all of this are these riots, and this is a little video of Grace Lutheran Church in Kenosha, and we'll see what this nice young lady has to say to the Democratic nomination for President of the United States, Joe Biden.
County governor's bragging about you.
Hello, my name is
Smarmy
Portia
bitch.
Bennett. I'm just going to be honest, Mr. Biden. I was told to go off this paper, but I can't.
Boss.
You need the truth. And I'm part of the truth. I was born here, raised here, first 8th grade class of the school that was named after his mother. So I have to give you the truth of the people. And the truth of the matter is we are heavily angry. Not angry as to where people say, oh, they're protesting. There's a difference between a protester and a rioter. A very big difference. We protest to get our voices heard. We protest to show that not just blacks are tired of what's going on. As you can see, there are blacks, whites, Muslims, Chinese, Hispanic that are out there. We came together to help get this community together as
Okay, that was the end of that video. But that just goes to show you, minorities, white people, everybody realizes there's a difference between peaceful protesters and rioters. And I think people are going to start to realize that people that are involved in Black Lives Matter or were involved in Black Lives Matter before 2020 are going to start to realize that there are powers greater than themselves that are co-opting their movement for their own political gain, and it's fucked. All the time you see entire cultures get subverted to get people to bend to their political whim. And it's funny, you hear the term counterculture and you would think that it would be kind of going against the grain, but a lot of this counterculture stuff, as soon as it starts to get big, it just gets co-opted by somebody's political agenda. It's fucked. I wish people would stop doing that, but it just seems like it's a natural consequence of anybody getting popular or famous or what have to. They have to inject their personal politics into it, which, far be it from me to say that I'm injecting my personal politics into this motherfucking show, but who the hell am I, Anyways, it's just you got to pay attention. If you see this stuff starting to happen in a community group that you have that's not extremely political, that maybe only advocates for one particular section of politics like police brutality, don't let people come in and riot and burn shit down in the name of your organization. You have to kind of police yourself, I guess. I don't know. It's weird talking about things on a macro societal level like that, because you can't just not let something like that happen. And even Martin Luther King has talked about rioting and the effect that riots have and the reason that rioting starts. And it's a very emotional response to something that's happening, but it still doesn't justify it. Stop destroying your own communities. It's like scratching your own car or beating your own wife. Why would you do that? So Andy Worski retweeted this. Blizzard now bans people who interrupt World of Warcraft Black Lives Matter protests. Wait, there are Black Lives Matter protests in World of Warcraft? What the fuck? So it looks like somebody got, let's see, suspended. It doesn't say, it says their suspension expires. Does that say 21/20, December 31st? In 100 fucking years? I don't know. We'll have to see if that's what that means, but that's obviously a permanent suspension. Yeah, 100-year suspension for flaming, trolling, or offensive language interrupting a Black Lives Matter in-game protest. This is so fucked. I mean, they're allowed to protest, but you can't counter-protest? Don't even get me started on Blizzard. So fucked. When that guy won that Hearthstone competition, put on a gas mask and said free Tibet, they stripped him of his title, they banned him, they took his prize money away, they fired the people on the other end of the live stream that as soon as they heard him saying it, they ducked under the desk because they knew how serious this was. And then when Americans wanted to protest this sort of thing, they're like, sure, go ahead and shut down your account. Just make sure you upload a picture of your fucking ID so that we can make sure that you are the person that owns this account. It's like, okay, if I am protesting your game because of the politics, because you have personally done somebody wrong, why would I let you know who I am so that you can keep a fucking dossier of all of this? And this just goes to show you, Blizzard, an American company, all China has to do is switch the demographic. They can buy up controlling stock in a company so that they have more decision making when it comes to politics and freedom of speech. And there are more Chinese people than American people, so they just have to switch the demographic. And then all of the things that you love are soon going to be things that Chinese people love, and they're going to cater to that specific thing. So fuck Blizzard. It doesn't surprise me that they do this and that they don't allow you to do any sort of counter protest or have your freedom of speech. There's lots of rumors and lots of speculation about what COVID-19 is and how it started and what China's role was in, either the creation or lack of capability to stop the spread of it. But it wouldn't surprise me if they would do things like this and support things like Black Lives Matter now that they've been co-opted into Antifa, because all they want in America is division. When America is divided, they can't come together and fight the common enemy, which in a lot of ways would just be people that don't agree with some of the basic human rights that we think people should have. Freedom of speech, right to bear arms. I don't know what the Third Amendment is, but all of the basic human rights that are by definition American in other places, we shouldn't do business with them. We shouldn't support them. We shouldn't endorse things that they do. And it's obviously an extremely complex situation, but it's funny how it bleeds into a fucking World of Warcraft game. So I didn't ever play World of Warcraft. I played Hearthstone. I played, let's see. I feel like there was another Blizzard game, but I can't remember. But I don't give a shit about them anymore. I don't care how fun their games are. I will not support something like that. But, if you're big into World of Warcraft, if you're big into Hearthstone, I can't blame you for playing the game. It's still a fun game, but I wouldn't buy anything from them. That's just me. So we already talked about Joe Rogan. It's stupid. It's all dumb. Real quick on Joe Rogan. So there is a small YouTuber named Beige Frequency. Beige Frequency uploaded a good-ass video. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So he uploaded this long video called I'm Not Surprised, a Brendan Schaub documentary, the made for bent pixels version. So the reason why he had to say that is because initially in his video, he had a small clip from the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. So whoever owns the rights to that video copy struck his video. And so he's like, okay, I'll take that part out, whatever. So he takes it out and re-uploads it. And so this will be the second time he uploads it. It gets copy struck again, but this time it's for some of the Brendan Schaub clips that he used, and it's by Bent Pixels Media, which is Joe Rogan's company. So I don't know if Joe Rogan, knows about every single thing that Bent Pixels does. I don't know how much impact he has on their whatever core, whatever legion, the division, whatever that they have. That's whole job is to find people that are illegally using, quote unquote, illegally using their copyright. Even though this was completely transformative, it got copy struck again, so he had to upload it 3 whole times. Go check out the video. It's still good, even with the edits that he made. But it just goes to show you that someone who advocates for free speech, when it comes down to it, if you start free speeching about somebody that they like, about somebody that they support, and they get their fifis hurt, they're going to come for you. So keep that in mind. Joe Rogan's cool, but this is the type of shit that just happens. And it's unfortunate. And Brendan Schaub is stupid. That's also part of it. So we'll keep on this political wave for a second. This is MAGA Hulk. This has 2K quote tweets, 18K retweets, so about 20,000 total retweets, 40,000 likes, and let's hear what MAGA Hulk has to say, coming at you live from the black community for Trump.
Stand up for Mega Hulk. You almost turned green over there. Now I want to know what were you telling those guys?
Well, I was trying to get them to understand, just at first answer the question, because we would give him a question for him to answer, because Donald Trump is racist. Well, how's he racist? That's it.
He's been saying, I've seen him quoted saying some racist shit about black people.
Like what? Nothing. You got nothing. You keep saying, I heard him say this. I heard him say that. But you have no facts, though, bro. You got to come with some facts. That's it. And they just repeat it and repeat it. And so I'm like, look, just answer the question. But they can't answer the question because they have no facts on their side. They have no facts. They don't do any research. They don't do any type of higher learning when it comes to what they believe. All they know is what the media narrative tells them to believe, and that's all they parrot.
The organization is fake. I personally believe that the BLM movement is fake.
It has nothing to do with advancing the lives of black people.
They actually say they want to break up the family home.
Exactly.
That's straight
their
communism.
main goal is to break up the
Destroy
patriarchal, nuclear family.
the
They want the
nuclear
men
family.
removed out of the family, which is what Democrats want also.
Exactly.
If BLM really cared about black lives, why would it be solely isolated to incidents where a black life is taken at the hands of a white cop? That happens less than 1%.
Come on.
Now, wait. Now, I like to equate this to, it's the same as if I was in a horrific accident. I have a massive head wound. I have a leg fracture and a scratch on my finger. And here come the first responders, and they want to tend to the scratch on my finger. And I'm telling you, what about the wound on my head? What about my fractured leg? That's what the BLM movement is. They're tending to the scratch on my finger, and that's not even what it's about. If you want to help us, let us tell you how you can help us. Don't come in and tell us how you want to help us, and don't tell me that I'm oppressed, because I'm not oppressed. I'm a black American. I'm a proud black American. I'm not oppressed. I am not oppressed. I'm one of the freest persons on this world.
Come on. Kneel for no man. I only kneel to God.
As you can see,
no one has a privilege over me except for God.
As you can see, black conservatism is the new punk rock. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! Watch out, that punk rock might get subverted.
One question:
and
who are we
controlled
voting for in
by a
2020?
political group. Ah shit, Trump 2020. I'm not a huge Trump fan, you know. He likes blowing people up a little bit too much, or he lets the military blow people up too much. Fuck Trump, but also fuck Biden. I think it's, you know, the lesser of two evils, just like it was in 2016. But it's, you know, it's a situation that has way too many facets, and I fucking hate politics. I fucking hate it. The co-host that I had, unfortunately, he's leaving us forever until he calls back in sometime in the future, was way more political than me, and that suited me just fine. I want to talk about weird e-celeb drama, shit like that. So fuck these politics. Fuck the division. Let's just get united. Let's overthrow the government. Start all over. Keep the Constitution, obviously. Keep the Bill of Rights, but change the way Congress is structured. This whole shit started way back in the beginning. No taxation without representation. These motherfuckers take so much money out of my paycheck, and you know, I don't write letters to congressmen. I don't write letters to senators. I don't do a whole lot of civic duty, but I damn sure know that just a standard logical, let's treat everybody the same and let's try and be a united country is not represented. All anybody wants to do is talk shit to the other side to try and create more hatred and more division. That's not what I'm about. I just want everybody to get together, get high, shoot off guns, and have a fun time. That's it. So, moving on from politics, because it's fucking irritating me as I talk about it currently. I saw this on Twitter, and I wasn't sure what to make of it. Now, I will say I went and looked on one weather app, and I didn't see this, but a lot of people are saying that this did pop up, this did happen. So, Guanajuato in Mexico, very briefly, it looks like this was at around 12:17. And this was posted at 7:30 2 days ago. So this would probably have been noon that day in Mexico time. There was a very odd, very weird weather pattern. And you can see in this screenshot, there is regular weather patterns up in the top. That doesn't mean that this isn't Photoshop, but it does lend a little bit of credence to it. And you can actually, you know, now that I say that, these circles look a lot like Photoshop brushes that somebody clicked. But I feel like, I don't know. That is a little weird. But you can see let's see if I can, actually this is a little bit. You can see a video of it. And you can see that it looks like it's spinning. I mean, I would almost say that this is like a weird glitch in weather radar. But it's too transcendent looking. It's too, I don't know. This could very easily be fake, but I think this is pretty cool. The thing that people are claiming is that there was a sacrifice. Where is that? An evil ritual just went down outside of Mexico City, and they picked this up for a few frames on every weather radar site covering the area. Dismembered bodies found at the same location early today. Sacrifices at a place of power. And one thing that makes this a little bit more legit is you can kind of see some different weather satellites, and it seems to pop up on each one that's a little bit different. If they all looked exactly the same, I could see where people would say it's fake, but they all look slightly different. They're all centered right over Guanajuato, and, you know, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what that was and find out. So if anybody knows about that shit, let me know. Yeah, they had a radar anomaly in the same area in 2012 and 2014 that looks just like that similar spiral shit. Actually, there's a lot of these. A lot of weird shit going on. Does the government control the weather? Does the Mexican government control the weather? Wouldn't that be crazy? So this is mysteriousuniverse.org. And this is a different one. Unexplained spiral vortex appears on Mexican weather radar. This one looks a lot larger. It looks like it covers the whole area from coast to coast. But it's spinning in a very golden ratio type pattern. Golden ratio type beat. We'll see, you know, if aliens invade in the next couple of days. You heard it here first on this shitty web show. Moving on, it's meme time. We need a palate cleanser. I'm fucking tired. So let's see how this goes. I'm letting it play again. Fuck you. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a TikTok girl doing Charles Manson dance moves. Alright, that's enough of that. Glorious. I wish it credited her who this was. I looked in here. It looks like it might be Pantograndma on TikTok. So, you know, Pantograndma on TikTok, potentially. But I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can find out who it is. So, talking about the commentary community, we discussed H3H3 a little bit. The whole bullshit around Leafy getting banned and all of his smarmy, snarky remarks. Man, I fucking hate this dude. I don't know why, but I just can't stand his voice. I can't stand his face. I don't know why he doesn't shave his fucking beard, up to his neck like a normal person. He just pisses me off. And it does not surprise me that he is also extremely hypocritical. He, I guess Leafy had a picture of this. What was it? It was some kind of repeating rifle that you could cock with your hand that goes on the trigger guard. And it was, I believe it was a pretty old tweet, but whether it was old or new, it wasn't, pointing it at anybody. He wasn't doing anything ridiculous. It was uncocked. You could see that it was open. And look at what we have here. It appears that this is H3H3 kissing the barrel of what's most likely a Mossberg 590 or Remington 870, that type of shit, but it is clearly pointing at iDubbbz's head right there. Whether it's loaded or unloaded, that's a big fucking no-no. Here you see him holding an AR-15 style rifle with the stock under his shoulder like a pussy bitch. He's got his finger on the trigger, no discipline, even though it's pointed in a safe direction this time, thank God. Look at how he's holding this fucking foregrip. I mean, is that how he cups the balls of the black dudes that fuck his ugly horse wife? Probably. Back to the cuck shed, Ethan. Back to the fucking cuck shed. And I don't even know who this beautiful person is. And I'm not a fucking snitch, but if you look at the VOD, you can see a particular implement, an instrument, right where my mouse is right now that, depending on where he is, may be legal or illegal, but federally is definitely not legal when he's pointing a revolver at his friend's head. Definitely not a friend. No friend of mine would do that shit to me. I get real fucking weird when people point guns at me. I really don't like it. So, and there's the gun pointing at himself. He's got his fucking thumb on the trigger. The hammer's not cocked back, so it's not, feather trigger ready to go blow his brains out, but we could only hope. We could only hope. So that's all I have to say on that topic. Fuck H3H3. I hate people that are that popular that don't deserve it. But it's probably, if I'm being honest with you, I'm a little jealous. I wish I could point my guns at my friends and just still maintain popularity and famousness on YouTube. And the fact that he's still on YouTube with that type of shit, it just goes to show you there's shit happening that the normal person does not get to see. Oh shit, I think Adderwolf is hosting. Oh man, thank you for the host, Adderwolf. That's fucking boss. I love Adderwolf. Listen to Foilcast. It's a good ass show. I am not sure when exactly he does that, but I'm gonna fucking pull up his Twitter. Fuck you, H3H3. Nobody gives a shit about you, really. Nobody except, I put you in my show, so. Yeah, host of Foilcast. This is Adderwolf's Twitter. He was live. I think he goes live very often. I don't know when the actual Foilcasts get posted, but yeah, go follow Adderwolf on DLive and Twitter. Check him out. He's fucking awesome. So this is some more. Oh, this is politics. God bless. Anyways, I had this up, so I have to talk about it. No, I'm not doing so many politics next time. It just bums me out. But anyways, protesters had gathered in front of Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home and are stringing up curlers and blow dryers on a tree after a video surfaced of Pelosi getting her hair done indoors and maskless. Good God! Not wearing a mask indoors? Are you out of your fucking mind? At a San Francisco salon. So her whole thing was, she claimed, I'll go ahead and Google this real quick. She claimed that it was a setup, that the salon owner knew that she wasn't supposed to be doing that, and Pelosi says that she was set up by the hair salon owner. That's just a retard take, to be honest. Like, it's so stupid. Even if you were set up, you should know. And initially I thought, okay, maybe she's, from out of town. She doesn't necessarily know all the regulations, even though she should, because I personally think the regulations are fucking stupid. So I know I personally don't pay attention to them. But I thought, maybe she doesn't know. But she has a fucking house in San Francisco. So she should, Pelosi might be I don't know shit about Nancy Pelosi. But she might actually be yeah, Congresswoman from California. How the fuck does a Congresswoman from California not know the COVID regulations? I mean, I don't know. It's fucked. Another liberal, another double standard that, she's 80 years old too, and she's indoors, maskless. How do you even do that? So, this press secretary, Kayla McEnany, this was a C-SPAN post, says, "We found Nancy Pelosi going into her hair salon. We will be playing the video on loop for all of you to see during the duration of this introduction. Apparently, the rules do not apply to Speaker Nancy Pelosi." So this is a 2-minute, 53-second video on Twitter. I'm not going to play it because I really don't give a shit. But I think it's pretty cool, pretty memeable that they decided to play that security camera footage on loop of her without a mask. And it's stupid. It's just all really stupid. She has enough money. She probably could have had somebody come to her to do her hair, but she did this. And the fact that she doubled down saying it was a setup, it's so dumb. It's like, oh yeah, I tried to have my husband killed. Oh, that's this is a J0e Schmoe example. This is why I said I tried to have my husband killed, but it was a setup because I was talking to an undercover informant. I actually wasn't going to do it. It was a setup. It doesn't matter. You still tried to have the dude assassinated. It's the way shit goes, baby. Here's a little stone toss political cartoon I thought was hilarious. Just grilling. That's all they want to do. They just want to grill. Just let them grill. That's all people want to do is just go out and grill and then pick up a tiki torch and march down a town street and potentially run into a crowd with a Dodge Charger, whatever, you know? They just want to do normal American things. But people won't let them. They just keep burning their cities down. Yeah, it's funny how a bunch of whites get tiki torches and it becomes a whole event that gets tons of people unpersoned. But people actually riot and loot and get arrested and then get to go free with no bail. The DA decides it's too political to litigate against, and that's the type of shit that happens. So I know I had it up. I know I did. It appears that I do not have it up. So we're going to check out Lollapalooza, baby. Lollapalooza. It's happening tonight in about 45 plus 30 minutes. What the hell is that? An hour and 15 minutes. Andy Worski will. Oh yeah, so I think he did make this Antifa Chad Kyle meme. Shout out to Taperisms at Taperisms on Twitter. They make baller designs, really cool shit for all kinds of the kill stream thing. So Lollapalooza, Worski versus Masterson, September 3rd, 2020. That's tonight, baby. DLive.tv/The Ralph Retort, the kill stream. You gotta watch the kill stream. I'm pretty much, I would say I'm mostly part of the podcast gang. I don't like to listen to them live too much because that is my bread and butter for the following day. Ralph does such a good job, or Ethan does such a good job uploading that shit right after he's done. It's always ready for me in the morning, and sometimes it's the only thing that gets me to wake up and go to my job. It's like, oh, at least I can put on some Ralph Retort. So I'm trying to see. This is the battle of the man buns. I mean, it all comes down to this. I don't really want to talk about Dick Masterson too much because he's so much bigger than I am, and I hate saying people's names where, you know, it looks like I'm trying to get clout or whatever. But Dick Masterson is coming off of a hot 3 weeks of real shit takes. The thing is I don't even necessarily disagree with him on some. I'm just going to say it right now for here and all of time. I think Lolly should have been uninvented. I would never host it. I would never let people host it if I had a platform. I would not endorse it. I don't give a shit. I really don't care about it because I don't really think about it unless I'm on B on 4chan. I think if I ever go back on there, there's typically that on there, but it's scroll past that shit and it's always like, just stop. If you're going to do that, keep it to yourself. Go on tour like everybody else and fucking do your dirt. But to me, I don't care about it. So the thing that Dick Masterson, I think the thing that he was championing was that there's a free speech element that people focused on Lolly, just get it spread around and stuff, but I don't really see any situation where somebody could claim something is Lolly, then automatically get it taken off of the internet unless it was close to Lolly, and then like in which case what political statement could you be making? I don't know. You'll have to tune in tonight to see his whole stance on that. The cuties thing, so I think cuties came first. It was the whole cuties. No, it was Lolly. Lolly came first. Andy Worski went off on him on Subcultured. A whole lot of shit. I didn't even watch it, but I heard about it. So then the cuties saga happened, and everybody was fucking outraged over the Cuties movie that was going to be released by it was released already by a director, probably some film company, but it was shown at Sundance Film Festival, and they were going to release it on Netflix. This movie had a really weird, provocative title that ended up getting changed. Title cover, I guess I should say, that ended up getting changed. We'll see if I can find it. Bunch of Asians. No actual cuties. Netflix bullshit. But anyways, so he thought it was stupid that people were blowing this way out of proportion. They were getting super crazy with it with their outrage. And oh my god, a 1.3 rating. People were actually, propelling it to be more popular, which is counterproductive to their view that this is just a pedophile movie. And the movie is, let me see. I don't see a rating on here, but I know it's rated TVMA or probably rated R. So there's a lot of kids in this movie, and some of the shots and things like that were very provocative. Even the French. So this was the original poster. Some of it's cut off. Thank fuck. I don't want to see that anyways. But the French poster, they're in underwear running down. This was the one for the French movie, I believe. They're in underwear. These are supposed to be 11-year-old girls. I don't give a shit. If you want to make a movie about, the sexualization of young girls and how that affected you in your life, that's cool. Make that movie. But then the fucking marketing got involved, and I don't know if this was curated, that they knew this was going to be something that was explosive. I don't know how the fuck they couldn't, because the description, the original Cutie's description was Amy, 11, becomes fascinated with a twerking dance crew. Hoping to join them, she starts to explore her femininity, defying her family's traditions, which is stupid. It's that's just a dumb thing, a dumb description to put on. If this movie is truly about what Dick is saying it's about. I mean, it's true, but it's just so poorly worded. Twerking is overtly sexual. I've never seen anyone twerk and not think, what a slut or a whore, I mean, I hate to be so high and mighty, but it's a very sexual thing. And nothing wrong with being a slut or a whore. It's just part of it. So they ended up changing the description, changing the cover and stuff. It appears, though, that, the rating is down to 1.2 or 1.3, so either way, here's my whole point. All that to say this. If it was made to show the exploitation of young girls, if it wasn't made and it's just a pedophile movie, either way, actual real-life pedophiles are going to watch this movie and probably masturbate. I mean, that's just all there is to it. So why the fuck make it in the first place? And if you're going to make it, why glamorize it to the point where anybody that sees the trailer goes apeshit on their, let's put all the pedophiles on an island, castrate them, and shoot them in the head type of mentality. It's just the marketing is gross. The film is probably not what most people think it is, but either way, bad people are going to watch this, and they're going to derive entertainment from it in a way that most normal people would not. So that's all I have to say about that. So Dick Masterson, shitty hot take number 3 is about our boy that we discussed earlier, Kyle Rittenhouse. It's like, I get it. I get what he's saying, that he shouldn't have put himself in that situation, but he was talking about it on the most recent Dick show, and this is right after it happened, so I understand, but there was a lot of shit that they were talking about that was either untrue or completely just misrepresented. The whole crossing state lines thing, the fact that his mother was a 3%er that was at protests, just various shit like that. It's like, now is not the time for that sort of division. It's like, I don't get why you would take that stance on Kyle Rittenhouse, that it's tough, because I get what he's saying. I don't think our kids should go and kill themselves either, especially not for a car lot. But I'm glad there was a caller on the Dick show, and he really basically said everything I wanted to say. So I don't really have too much more for that. Go watch the Dick show. It's fucking awesome, fucking epic, the hottest of goss. Check that out and enjoy that. But, it'll be interesting to see how the Bloodsports turns out in T-minus 1 hour. I really hope they let Andy and Dick go first, because I am for sure going to watch that one live. I know that, let's see, there is also another Bloodsports tonight that I'm actually pretty interested in. Every time he talks about it, I get really interested. It is the atheism versus theism debate. Oh geez. I thought this would be way easier. There it is. Wow, Ralph tweets a whole shit ton. So it's Jay Dyer versus T-Jump. And I know of those people only from the kill stream. I'm sure I'd recognize their voices. I don't know whose side is who. Yeah, I don't know who is going to be debating what, but it will be interesting to hear kind of a modern internet person's take on the existence of God. So that'll be interesting to tune into. Well, we've been going an hour and a half. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I don't have any more callers. Thank you for Adewolf for subbing. Thank you for subbing. I'm sorry. I think he did follow me, which is fucking sick. But thank you to Adewolf for hosting me. I really appreciate that. Let's see. We got Hemo Goblin in chat talking about Froggy Fresh. If you know, then you know. That Froggy Fresh shit is real. And we got the Walrus in the chat. And that looks like it's about it, man. I really appreciate anybody that is watching this. I don't have the first episode up on BitChute because it kept crashing, but I'm going to try and get some podcast versions going. If you want to call in, the Discord is on all the social media. Follow me on Twitter at FlowEuphoria. Also on DLive at dlive.tv/FlowEuphoria. Tune into the Kill Stream. Tune into Dick Masterson's The Dick Show. Tune into Subcultured with Andy Worski. And definitely tune into Foilcast with Adewolf. Good ass shit. Real interesting information. Real cool things. So, it looks like I have 2 viewers. I can't open the chest. That's okay. One day, I'll open the chest. One day, the lemons shall flow. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a good night. If you're going to be in the Killstream chat later tonight, I'll see you there. Otherwise, stay safe. Don't put yourself in any stupid self-defense situations. And we will see you then. Let's see. I'm going to play a song. Let's play another Tyler Cassidy for sure. We're gonna go with Boyfriend. Boyfriend's a really good one.
You look so amazing in that sundress. Wonder what you look like when you're undressed. I can see the future in your eyes. You know I would never tell you lies. I just wanna see you smile, so stick around a while, baby. I see your man blowing up your phone, telling you that you need to come home. F that clown, he ain't about a thing. Look, I don't see no engagement ring. You said that he did you dirty, so what's the harm in flirting, baby? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? All your friends tell you you need to let go. Seem like he still got your ass in check though. You ain't never cheated on your mans. So do, he still got your hand. Girl, you could do so much better. He ain't even got no cheddar, baby. He just trying to cuff you like the 5-0. I just wanna see you live your life though. I just wanna see you sing and dance. Don't wanna see you held down by your mans. Tons of men could do you right. Leave that little bitch tonight, baby. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch. He ain't shit. He can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch. He ain't shit. He can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? If I was your man, I would answer every time that you call. I will listen close to every single word when you talk. Every night we won't fight, we just do what you want. Long as I can hold you tight every night in my arms. I just wanna hold you tight, I just wanna keep you warm. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this? Why you home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit, he can suck on my dick. I ain't with all that shit, why he do you like this? When you're home all alone, why he out fucking around with them hoes? When you're home all alone, why he out fucking around with them hoes?
Good night, everybody.